Hey guys, my name's Toes. I'm an Orc Warrior. I play on Blaumew for a guild called The Hand. We're going to go over a few things for Fury Prot tanking. What's Fury Prot tanking? Good question. I'll be going over it, plus its pros and cons, the shield versus no shield theory, when to wear it, when not to wear it, effective execution, and most importantly, I want you guys to have fun. It's a stressful build for you and your guild. Hey, awesome that you guys made it this far. What's Fury Prot? It's a great question. It's a tank build that utilizes massive damage output to generate a threat pool that allows your raid or party to unleash their full DPS rotation without fear of stealing that threat and getting clobbered, which, well, wipes the raid. And we already know that's the tank's fault. Alright guys, shield versus no shield. This build depends on damage output, so try not to use a shield as much as possible, but be cognizant of the fact that you will have to. Good tips for this: using macros for your shield equip in your main hand, shield block and wall, last stand, know your limitations and your healer's limitations. Not recommended to go into a dungeon with an under-geared resto druid and this build. You take an intense amount of damage and you need to be aware of your own limitations when it comes down to that, and the healer's limitations when it comes to healing you back up. When do you use this? Little reference I use: anything below 40% to 30% is typically when I start putting my finger on that macro trigger. Alright guys, pros versus cons. Starting with the pros, you're basically very strong DPS, typically within the top 10 to top 5 performers of the whole entire raid. As you can see here, Toes is the number 5 overall DPS on Onyxia. You can perform very well as DPS if pure mitigation is needed during progression, new fights, lower geared group. You can go quest again. It's perfect for speedruns. All the top end guilds that are doing this, you see the number one people in the world or in your region doing all these speedruns, their tanks are Fury Prots. Pretty impressive. Alright guys, cons. This build is extremely hard to understand. Even with my experience level, I had a very hard time adjusting to understanding my new limitations. You have to pre-gear for this build, and you have to go into it with almost top end gear, so your guild has to be willing to give you a lot of those high end, high ticket items for warrior DPS. It's very stressful on healers, whether they're under geared or under skilled. They need to be on top of you. My guild right now has at least 2 healers on me at all times if I'm sitting in front of that target tanking. Your new rotation, you're going to be using Bloodthirst, you're going to be utilizing your damage cooldown procs such as Death Wish, which makes you take 20% more damage. So there are a lot of things that go into this. You need to have an intimate knowledge of yourself, your healers, your new spec, your gear, and the fights. That's why this build is recommended for the more experienced or more advanced players. Hey guys, I really wanted to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to leave you off with a few things. Knowing yourself, knowing your healers, knowing the fights. It's 15-year-old content. You know what you're capable of, you know what you're not capable of. Be smart. Last, but I feel like it's most important, it's just have fun. Closing comments. This is a first time thing for me. If you guys want to criticize me, please drop it in the comments below. I'm open to criticism. I want to do better. If you guys are interested in any of my macros or anything that I mentioned, or want to see more content, hey, let me know and I will gladly make it for you. If you want to hop into my Discord and ask me a few questions, all the links I utilize will be below. I really look forward to your guys'